morning, my dear students. Welcome to the class on English literature. We are still dealing with Act 5, Scene 1. In the previous class, I had explained to you how Lorenzo and Jessica are preparing themselves to receive or to welcome Portia and Nerissa. And we are told, I explained to you the conversation and arranging the music to welcome Portia. So let's continue with it. Paragraph page number 138, paragraph 75. Now we have got Jessica telling, I am never merry, which means I am never sad when I hear sweet music. Which means I am never merry, which means I am never sad whenever I hear a sweet music. Now Lorenzo tells, the reason is why you are always happy when you listen to music. The reason is that your spirits are attentive, which means your senses are too attentive. That's the reason you are lost or you become very happy when you listen to the music. For do but you understand one thing. A wild and wanton herd. Wanton means mischievous. For do but not, which means for understanding and telling one thing. A wild and mischievous herd or race of youthful and unhandled colts. Unhandled colts means young untrained horses. Colt means a horse. Unhandled colt means young untrained horses fetching mad bounds. Fetching mad bounds means jumping around madly. Bellowing and neighing loud. Bellowing means making a loud noise as a bull does, which is the hot condition of their blood. Which means that is the nature of a horse that is not trained. Which means they will be jumping about madly, they will be making loud noise, and that is the nature of an untrained horse. If they but hear perchance means perhaps, hear a trumpet sound by chance, or perhaps this particular untrained horse, if that horse listens to a trumpet sound or any air of music that touch their ears, or if they listen to any of the music, you shall perceive them, which means you shall see them make a mutual stand. Mutual stand means stand still together, which means they will not move. Their savage eyes means their cruel eyes, will be turned to a modest gaze. Modest means to a mild gaze by the sweet power of music. Here Lawrence explains the power of music. The first thing he speaks about horses that are not trained or wild horses. They jump about madly, they make huge loud noise, but the moment they listen to a music, sound of a trumpet or a sweet music, they become stand still. Their savage eyes will be turned into very mild eyes, and that's the power of music. That's the first example spoken by Lorenzo. Second, he tells about, therefore, the poet did feign. Feign means make moved, that Orpheus is a poet. What did he do? He, with the power of the music, was able to move the trees, stones and floods. Which means he was a great musician, poet. He made the trees, stones and the streams move from place to place by the power of music. That's the second example spoken by him. Now come to the third one. Since not so stockish means very stubborn. Nothing is stubborn, hard and full of rage. Rage means full of anger. But music for the time doth change his nature. Nothing or something that is very stubborn. There is nothing in the world that the music or the power of the music can change. Which means even if it is a stubborn thing or if it is a wild thing, there is something about the music that can change them. Since not so stockish, hard and full of rage, but music for the time doth change his nature. Even if it is a thing that is very stubborn, hard and anchor, the power of music can change their nature. The power of music can do a miracle in that particular nature. The nature that is very stubborn, hard and wild, but the power of music can change that particular nature. The man that hath no music in himself, the person who does not enjoy music, nor is not moved with the concord of sweet sound, or a person is not moved with the sweet sound of music, is fit for treason, stratagems and spoils. A person who does not enjoy music, a person who is not moved with the sweet music is fit, is good for what? Treason. Treason means treachery, cheating people. Stratagems means plots, creating plots against people. And spoils. Spoils means destruction, which means a person who does not enjoy music is fit for cheating people, creating plots against people, and distracting people. And his affection means his feelings are dark as Erebus. Erebus means it is a classical mythology home for the dead. According to the classical mythology, Erebus means it is the home of the dead, or an area of darkness near the hell. Let no such man be trusted, mark the music. So here Lorenzo tells at the end, a person who does not enjoy music is fit for cheating people, creating plots against people, and for any destructive plans. And the feelings of such person will be as dark as Erebus, which means a home for the dead. And such person should never be trusted. Mark the music. Pay attention to music. So he gives three examples here. First one is the example of the wild horses. Second, the example of the poet. Third, he tells that the music can change the nature of anything that is very stubborn, hard and anchor. Last one, he speaks about the person who does not enjoy music. Hope you have clear, so understand that it's an important part of the act. Now we have got the entry of Portia and Nerissa. Portia, the light we see is burning in my hall. Which means the light that is burning is in my hall. How far the little candle throws his beams. There is a candle that is lit and it throws the light around the place. So shines a good deed in a naughty world. Every action, which means as a small candle that can throw its light around the place, so every good action that we do will be noticed in the naughty world. So the light we see is burning in my hall. How far the little candle throws its beams. The little candle that is burning in my room, it can throw its beams to far and wide. The same manner, so shines a good deed, like a small candle that burns in my home, that can throw lights, its beams to in and around. The same manner, every small action that we do, every good action that we do will be shown forth in the naughty world. In this particular wicked, naughty world means in this particular wicked world, every small good action that you do will be noticed. When the moon shone, when the moon was shining bright, we did not see the candle. When the moon was shining, we could not notice the small candle that was burning. So Portia gives an example here. So doth the greater glory dim the less, which means the greater things always will overshadow the small ones. The greater actions that are done in the world will always overshadow the small actions. And he gives examples here. A substitute shines brightly as a king until a king be by. By means until the king is absent, the substitute can shine as a king until he is present. In the absence of a king, the substitute can shine brightly, and he will continue to shine brightly until the king is present. And then his state empties itself. Then that substitute does not have any role. As does an inland brook. Inland brook means a stream flowing from the interior part of the country into the main of waters. Main of the waters means into the sea. Music hall. Which means the example of a substitute, what will happen to him once a king arrives? It will be like a small stream that joins with the sea. Then we cannot say this water which is the stream and which water is from the stream and which is in the sea. So that's the difference between the substitute and the king. The substitute can shine brightly until the absence of the king. Once he is present, the substitute empties itself like what? Like a stream coming from the interior part of the country joins with the sea. It is your music, madam, of the house. The music is coming from your house, your palace. Portia tells, nothing is good, I see, without respect. Which means an action becomes good or bad depending on the situations. That's the people say always, you will have to do an action at the right time, or else the right good action will not have any significance. That's the reason. That's what Portia tells here. Nothing is good unless it is done or it is understood in the proper, or unless it is done in the proper situation. Methinks, I think it sounds much sweeter than by day. At night, the music becomes sweeter than the daytime. And Nerissa tells the reason here. Silence bestows. Bestows means it gives that virtue on it, madam. Why does the music become very sweeter at night? Because there is silence. And silence is what makes the music sweeter at night than the daytime. I hope you have clear so far. Then you go through the video once again. So understand the importance of music given by Lorenzo and some of the things spoken by Portia. So we have completed up to paragraph 105. We'll take in the coming days. So kindly complete the workbook, the drama and the short story and the poems. Rest I will take in the coming classes. Okay children, take care.